Hi everyone, this is Molly, and today we are going to talk about the Help2Veterans line. So I'm going to show you how to handle one of those calls. First thing we're going to do is start a new contact, and we're going to be sure to select the Cuyahoga County Access site. Our Help2Veterans program only covers Cuyahoga County. Okay, so I'm going to begin this transaction just like I would any other, and or rather the search and refer I'm going to begin just like any other, and I'm going to enter in some demographics here. So I'm going to say that this person is in 44109 in Cleveland. We'll say it's a 67-year-old male. We also want to make sure that we're filling out the information on the data page in the contact data section. So of course, we're going to have a yes here for active military or household member, active military or veteran. Caller type. We'll say it's the individual. They're calling on the phone. It's a level 2. We'll say he doesn't need prescriptions and there's no family caregiving going on. All right. It's really important that we make sure that all of the contact data is filled out, as well as this demographic information up here. If you don't fill that out, then the Help2Veterans specialist is going to be forced to enter in that information in order to end the transaction. So please remember to be thorough with filling all that out. So one of the important things to remember about our veteran calls is that they are going to have needs just like everybody else. And you as a generalist should be able to help that person with at least some of the things that they are looking for assistance with. So just because somebody says they're a veteran does not mean that you no longer need to assist the caller and that you just escalate it. You are going to help the caller as thoroughly as you can, and then after you've provided them some referrals, you can make the offer to escalate to the Help2Veterans line. So let's just go ahead and make a fake transaction here. So let's say this particular veteran is looking for gas payment assistance. All right, so gas service payment assistance. And so what's important to note here is that we're going to use just the taxonomy term without the target, and also the taxonomy term with the veteran's target, so that we make sure we're not missing any resources that could be helpful to that veteran. So I'm going to go ahead and do my search. And, under normal circumstances, I'm going to open these programs up and I'm going to go through the service description and the eligibility criteria and the documents and all of that information that the person is going to need in order to decide if they want to follow through with that program, and then if so, enough detail so that they can follow through with the program. But for the purposes of this training video, I'm just going to go ahead and pretend that I've been through all of this information about the emergency HEAP program with the caller. I'm going to go ahead and save the referral. And then let's see here. And then I'll also make a referral here to the Veterans Service Commission. And again, normally I would go through all of this detail to ensure that this is going to be a good fit for the caller and provide them with everything that they need in order to follow through with the referral before I would actually save it. So once we've helped the veteran to the best of our capacity, this is an opportunity to tell them about our Help to Veterans program. And an easy way to find that information is to use the category search. We have here 211 special projects, and when I open that up, you can see all of our special initiatives or projects that we are involved with, so that we can find those resources quickly and easily. So I'm going to go ahead and click this plus sign next to Help to Veterans, and you'll see here that the taxonomy term that is linked with this program is Veteran/Active Military Supportive Service Referrals. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to get rid of these other two gas-related services and go ahead and hit search. So you see here, United Way 211, Help to Veterans. You see our telephone number here, 211. There is not a direct phone number to the Help to Veterans program. The caller has to call 211, and then if a navigation specialist identifies them as being a good fit for the Help to Veterans program and that person agrees to be escalated to the veteran specialist, then that is when we get them connected. Okay. And then we have a match list note here that just kind of reminds you of each of the steps that you're going to take in order to facilitate the referral. So enter the caller's demographics in refer, which I've already done. Make a referral to Veteran/Active Military Supportive Service referrals, which I'm about to do shortly, and save as an incomplete call to our Help to Veterans specialist, and it is one Mark Thomas. And then we will cold transfer to the veteran line skill. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. The service description is as follows. Provides advocacy and service referrals to veterans, active duty military personnel, and their families. A 211 resource navigation specialist will talk with the client, assess their situation, identify barriers that prevent them from accessing services, and work to help them navigate the network of agencies, programs, and services available to the veteran population. The specialist may follow up with the client to check on their progress and may provide extra guidance and problem-solving help as needed. All right, and then again in the unpublished section, you're going to see essentially what you saw in the match lists, just giving you some guidance about entering the caller's demographics in refer, making a referral to Veteran Active Military Supportive Service referrals, and saving as incomplete to one Mark Thomas, and then cold transferring to the veteran line skill. So we're going to finish up that process here so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save the referral. All right, I'm going to double check here to make sure I've got all my data filled out. Over here on the search page, all the demographics here, all of the data on the data page, because again, if I don't do that, Mark is going to be forced to do that in order to end the call. And then I'm going to go up here to incomplete. And when I click on there, I'm going to go ahead and select Mark. You can see all of the people that we would escalate a Tier 2 call to are right at the top of the list. We've forced them to the top by adding a little number here. So here we go, Mark Thomas. I'm going to select him. All right. So we're going to put our caller's name here. I put fake veteran caller. I'm going to put the telephone number in here. And then I do want to utilize this note section a little bit. We're not writing a novel here, but 1 to 2 sentences explaining the situation is helpful. Don't just put veteran, because then he's not really going to know what the call is about or why you're escalating it. So I'm going to say this: caller needs help with gas payment assistance. He tried he tried Veterans Service Commission 8 months ago and they denied him. He does not. Why? May need some advocacy. All right, so I got my little note in there, and then I'm going to save it. All right, from here, I have actually a call here in contact that's waiting. So here I have we're going to pretend this isn't the training skill, that it's just the Cuyahoga skill. I've got that caller on hold. I'm going to hit transfer conference. I'm going to search for veteran, and then I'm going to transfer to the veteran line. Right now, since I'm recording this in the evening, I'm getting this pop-up saying that the hours of operation of this skill is not open. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I do, because it's just going to end up going to a voicemail. And then I hit that transfer button in order to cold transfer that call through to the veteran skill. You don't need to hang on the line. You may be working outside of the hours that Mark is working. He might be on another call with another veteran. He might be out at an outreach event or at a meeting, or even just taking general 211 calls. So sometimes he may answer that call right away. Other times it may be a callback. So what's important is to make sure in refer that you save that incomplete before you do the cold transfer, because if Mark is working and he answers that call live, we want him to be able to look in the incomplete notes here. As you see, here's that incomplete that I just saved to him. And what he's going to do once that call is escalated to him, he's going to open up this incomplete that you've saved for him. And he's going to go over to the contact activity, and he's going to take a look at all these referrals that you've saved, as well as read what you put in the incomplete notes. And that's going to give him a jump off point as far as how to begin that conversation with that veteran. So in this circumstance, he might say, "Oh, I see that you spoke with Molly earlier today. She told you about the emergency heat program at CHN Housing Partners. She told you about the gas payment assistance program through Veterans Service Commission, but I understand you've had some difficulty accessing service from them in the past. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that." And then that gives him a point to start off with the caller, and the caller doesn't have to repeat themselves so much, since he's got a good understanding of the situation. So that's it. That's how you handle a Help to Veterans call. Thank you so much for watching this video.